grasses. Now, how does this relationship take place, or the competitive effect between both of these organisms take place? Now, flowering plants are usually large in size. They could be based on their size and their branches and the leaves that they produce, the broad leaves they produce. They are capable of eliminating the grasses, which have probably slimmer, slender leaves. And so these flowering plants that are usually big in size end up depriving the grasses of nutrients, space, and sunlight, which is needful for these grasses to grow and manufacture their own food. So the flowering plants overshadow the grasses. And as a result of this, it deprives the grasses of these resources. And as a result of this, the grasses are usually eliminated. Now, this is just a scenario. This picture helps us see the effect of a flowering plant. Like that tree there, you'll see is a flowering plant that has grown so big, and you can see it has provided shade and has deprived the grasses of nutrients, space, and sunlight. So you can see that the grasses are not thriving well as compared to the flowering plant. Another example is the relationship between domestic fowls and young chicks. So there's a competitive relationship in this scenario. For example, now in this case, we have adult domestic fowls, competing with chicks. So when they are placed in the same environment, the adult domestic fowls will end up depriving the chicks of food in the same pen. If they are cohabiting in the same pen, the adults will definitely deprive the chicks of the food that is needed for their growth. And as a result of this, these young chicks may eventually die because of limited food available for them in their feeders. The feeders are the troughs that you can use to provide feed for the chicks or animals. Now this picture tells us, so you can see from the picture, you can see the bigger chickens and the smaller chicks competing for food. So in that picture, you can see, of course, the older ones will outsmart the chicks there. So because they are bigger and stronger, they will end up eating the food first. And when they are satisfied, then the young chicks can now eat. Another interrelationship we could look at is what is called parasitism. Now, what is parasitism? This has to do, it's a feeding relationship or an association between two organisms. So in this